Here we go.
Line Force 3, launch code 10, Gordon County, trauma.
Line Force 3, good copy.
Let's go, Muck.
I think I could say he's probably every instructor's dream. He is that unique blend of a student who is inquisitive and wants to learn. He challenges you as a professor to be on top of your game, because he's certainly on top of his game as a flight nurse. He gives 110%, so it makes you want to give 110% back to him. So, and he's taken what he's learned both in the ASN and now in the BSN program, and use that in the community, doing community projects as well as in his job. So it's very rewarding to have a student like Joey in class and to watch him grow and flourish.
Joey was in the ASN program to begin with, and has worked for a while as a professional nurse, and decided to come back to school and had gotten into his love of flight nursing. And he decided he wanted to get his BSN to complement that, and has just been a joy to work with.
But you know, as a kid, I never really knew what I wanted to do, and even through high school, I never really cared. And never really thought I would go to college, and I never thought I would have a career. I figured I would have a job somewhere, of course, and I would sustain life, but I never knew that I would have a career. And then I got interested in healthcare. And ever since that day, you know, it was really almost over the top to work as hard as I could to be the best that I could be. I've got a very deep passion for what I do, because, you know, it's not things that we're dealing with, it's people that we deal with. And so I work very, very hard to keep up my skill set, my education. Most of the time, our patients that we fly out to, most all our patients that we fly out to are very critical patients. You know, we may go to a remote scene in North Carolina to where their closest trauma facility is 2 hours away by ground. Well, we can get there and get them to the hospital in 24 minutes. At that moment, we're very, very beneficial in time management. It is like I mentioned before, we can do all the advanced skills really that the patient may require. We can look ahead of time, do the FAST exam, look at their belly to see if we see any blood. We can notify the ER, say, hey, we've got a positive FAST exam, we see some blood. You know, in the abdomen, you may want to think about getting a surgical team ready. And a lot of times we've got a great working relationship, and they trust us, these hospitals and these physicians do. So a lot of times they're going to take our word for it.
Dalton State has a reputation for affordability and for just being a great school.
I think for the RN to BSN program, I think we've made the program extremely flexible to meet their needs. It is geared for the working professional nurse. I also think that it's an affordable place to come to school, and I think that we have a reputation for graduating quality nurses who are skillful at the bedside, as well as providing them with some unique clinical experiences that they might not get in other larger institutions.
You know, Dalton State has really been able to work with my schedule. It's been one big thing. It's very convenient to home. It's always been very affordable. You know, as public servants and healthcare workers, you know, we may not get paid accordingly. So it's always been a big thing, you know, with Dalton too. And to get the classes I need, and I've always enjoyed the school. I've always enjoyed all my professors, and I've always enjoyed all my instructors that I've had. And, you know, my nursing instructors were always very supportive. And I even find now that my instructors are very excited about what I do. You know, Linda Ridley and Cheryl Owen and Sylvia, I don't know if you ever met Sylvia, you know, they've always been very excited about what I do. And so, you know, Dalton was just a natural fit for me. I've got a great family support. My whole family loves what I do, and it's so funny that I actually kid my mom, because if she could get one of those foam fingers made that says my son's a flight nurse, she would come out holding the foam finger. And I always give her a hard time that I'm going to get a big button made of me holding my helmet, you know, like we did in baseball, because my mom and my dad and my whole family are just very so proud of what I did. No matter what I do from here, this job will be the pinnacle of my career, because that's all I've really ever wanted to do. But I feel like that I'm ready for graduate school, and I really want to go to graduate school, so I really want to go to CRNA school, which is nurse anesthetist. And it's a very, very high level master's program. It's 27 months. You know, you can't work for that 27 months. And I'm just very, very grateful to know that I really came from a position to where I made really bad grades in high school, made really bad grades my first few years in college, to where now I've got the GPA, I've got the resume to go to, and I've got the skill set to go to a very high level master's program. And the good Lord willing, you know, that'll happen. You know, it's very, very gratifying. That's what we do this for, is to know that we're helping people. And so when we know that we have made a difference in these people's lives and we have made an impact on them, I mean, that's why we do it. That's why we miss Christmases with our family. That's why we miss Thanksgivings with our family. That's why we work 24-hour shifts. That's why we work weekends on. You know, it's not a 9-to-5 job, and that's really what draws me to this job, is just all the aspects of the patient care, what I do. Flying a helicopter is awesome too. I mean, don't get me wrong. You know, getting to fly in a helicopter, not everybody gets to say, hey, I get to go get in a helicopter every day, and especially do the job that we get to do. We're not really heroes. You know, we're ordinary people, but we're put in extraordinary situations, and that allows us to do extraordinary things, but we're just ordinary people.
Flight Force 3, launch code 10, Gordon County, trauma.
Flight Force 3, good copy.